One of the biggest clashes in boxing history came when Floyd Mayweather faced Manny Pacquiao. Now, Mayweather has addressed the idea of a rematch in December, confronting the old talk around their rivalry. Pacquiao fought Mayweather back in 2015, but he's admitted there's one major thing he would have changed since losing to Floyd. Manny revealed, "If I could change one thing in my career, I'd have postponed that 2015 fight against Mayweather after hurting my shoulder in training." His injury worsened after the third round, and pushing for that massive event to still happen remains his biggest regret. Pacquiao has always been hungry for a true rematch instead of just an exhibition, and he boldly claimed that Floyd was genuinely afraid of him. "I don't think he'll do a rematch with me, Floyd. I don't think so. My belief? He's scared to death to fight again, and that's my honest analysis. I can beat him easily, and I don't want an exhibition. I want a real 12-round fight." Former 5-weight world champion Mayweather, however, has not been as open to the idea of running it back. In recent years, Floyd reminded everyone, "We had our chance when it mattered most, and I went out there and generated huge numbers. We had the fight, and you all know the result." Pacquiao officially called time on his legendary career in September 2021, just a month after he was resoundingly beaten by former WBA welterweight champion Dennis Ugas. The emotional southpaw admitted, "My boxing career is already over. It's finished. I've been in the sport a long time, and my family told me that it's enough. I only carried on because of passion. I'm a fighter inside and outside the ring, and I'll never forget what I achieved. I just heard the final bell. Boxing is over."
I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time?
He does.
Against, not an exhibition, a professional fight?
He wants a real fight.
Who right now, though, could he fight?
We have, I haven't let him choose anyone yet. But the thing is, it's just his heart has. He said he wants one more fight, and then his wife calls me up and says, "Don't let him fight, don't let him fight." And I try to be on her side and so forth. But like when a man in the sport wants to fight, sometimes he's gonna fight.
Still, retirement didn't last long. Manny soon hinted he'd be willing to return for specific opponents. Asked if he'd fight other top welterweights if Mayweather turned him down, Pacquiao answered without hesitation, "Of course, I can fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. Yes, I'm eager to test them, to see if they're really champions. I've already fought the greatest boxers in the world, so I want to test these names. Even though I've retired more than a year, I train every single day." According to Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer, Manny still craves one more real fight. Meanwhile, Ricky Hatton, when asked about facing either Manny or Floyd, was brutally honest. He admitted that exhibitions with Floyd are not the same, saying, "It's very hard to say. Me and Marco Antonio Barrera had an understanding in our exhibition. Make it competitive but fair. Floyd's exhibitions? He takes the mick out of everyone. Just look at his last fight, belittling his opponent, and it ended up nasty."
Conor McGregor?
Yes.
I don't like him at all. Does it help you when you don't like the guy you're fighting to train and to be motivated?
It really doesn't matter. If the payday there and the fans want to see it, then we're going to make it happen.
Do you dislike Manny Pacquiao?
No, I don't dislike him.
You don't. Did you dislike him before the fight?
No.
No. Is there a thing that happens after the fight where you actually start to have an affection for the other guy, where you feel like, okay, now, no, I'm not, I don't mean it in a weird way. I mean, like where you're like, like I remember being on the playground. Will you make love to Conor McGregor?
Do I want to be part of a circus? Probably not. I'd rather face Manny because he's a decent guy. Not saying Floyd isn't, but I can only go off what I've seen. In more recent years, Conor McGregor also tried to set up a boxing match with Pacquiao. He declared, "Boxing, boxing, boxing? I've been thinking about it. One of us from MMA has to jump back in and flip the script. I feel like I'm that guy. Manny and I had playful talks in Saudi Arabia a few years back. Negotiations were happening. I'm sure we could pick it up again. Remember, Floyd already faced McGregor in a mega event, and while he's made it clear he dislikes Conor, he's admitted he has no personal issues with Manny. Now, all signs suggest a Manny-Floyd fight could return, as Pacquiao himself teased. I'm still active. I train constantly. I've got an exhibition this December in Japan. We're working on it. And yes, the opponent is Floyd Mayweather. That statement alone sent fans wild. But can Manny actually beat Floyd in a rematch? Floyd Sr. didn't think so. He claimed, "My son would beat Manny the second, third, fourth, and fifth time too." Meanwhile, Bob Arum leaned the other way, saying, "If that fight happens, it's worth doing. Manny can win this time." He beat Keith Thurman in style, and although I'd advise him to hang it up,
Jones Jr. doesn't think that Floyd can take credit for his first win against Manny.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in business,
Floyd didn't care
he'll
how
make
many
his own
times he
call.
has to face Manny either,
Freddie
and he
Roach
thinks that
also
he'll always
firmly
win
believed
whenever they
Pacquiao
meet in
could
the-
knock Floyd out if they met again. I really think Manny can stop him. It's a fight we want back. The first time, we had an injury, but even then it was a close decision. With a healthy Manny, I know he'd do far better. Roach even added that Floyd's recent fights against a kickboxer and Conor McGregor didn't impress him. This is the right time to get him. I believe it could happen next year. A fresh Manny with no injuries? That's the fight I want. Adrian Brunner thought a rematch would have already happened by now, predicting Floyd would still win. They'll fight again. That's why they're hyping all
Floyd
this
didn't
up.
care how many times
Floyd's
he has
going to
face
beat him
Manny either,
again,
and he thinks
maybe
that he'll
even
always
worse.
win whenever they meet.
Roy Jones Jr., on the other hand, questioned Floyd's first win, saying Mayweather can't take all the credit. Floyd, of course, was defiant, claiming, "I won. I was always the better fighter. If we fight 10 times, I'll win 10 times. If we fight 100 times, I'll win 100. Manny Pacquiao just isn't on my level. Never was, never will be. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be behind me." And that, boxing fans, is where the saga stands. So the burning question remains, will Mayweather and Pacquiao finally step back into the ring for one more dance? If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and check out more boxing content on screen right now.